Hey YouTube, how are y'all tonight? We are back with another video on that Corona cornmill. We are going to be reassembling it tonight. I didn't film the painting part of it because I figured it might be kind of boring watching me spray paint. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I guess we'll start off with showing y'all the places on this thing that's been repaired. This side of the mill, well, it's going to be hard to see, but it's broken. There's a crack that goes here, and one that goes here, and you can see right here where it's welded on. So, you know, not a lot I could do about that because I don't have a welder. Oh yeah, almost forgot. This is the other repair that had been done, and there's some weld glob there as well. But I think that's it all for the repairs. So we'll get started putting it back together. That isn't going to work. YouTube, oh, okay, good, it did smash back down there like it's supposed to. Well, this is going to get a little hairy. Well, maybe that'll work enough to do that. First of all, I think the little, I don't know what you call this part, going here like so. Then, YouTube, all these wing nuts on this thing, you know how normally they're just made by a machine. These wing nuts are actually cast iron as well. That kind of threw me for a loop. I've never actually seen cast iron wing nuts before, or any cast iron nut. And you could see where it's not quite, this one's not quite round, and the hole's a wee bit off center. But yeah, cast iron wing nuts. Never seen them before in my life, YouTube. I made a mistake when I bought the paint. I'm using the same paint that I used when I painted that gun. I thought that I'd bought black paint because I just picked it up and looked at the cap, but it's actually satin dark walnut, but it looks black. I mean, for all the world, as far as I can tell, that looks like just black paint. I know I'm right in the way, YouTube. I'm sorry. And of course it's not going as planned. There we go, got that. This little dooflunky goes right here. I already see something, I don't remember where it goes. Oh well, we'll figure it out, I hope. Alrighty. You fall off of there. Let's see, you have to go like this. And of course that's going to be a little stiff. Just use a piece of scrap wood here and let me see here. Now, oh, the handle. And I'll put that on that. It'll loop me backwards, I believe. Oh well, are y'all laughing yet, YouTube? I don't know why that thing's so stiff. It's not rusty. That, yeah. No, still wrong. Come out of there. This gear had to go on first. Okay. Now this gear. There we go. Now, that handle goes right there. I mean, that nut. Which, oddly enough, this one's not a wing nut. Not really sure why, YouTube. Okay. That goes right there. And that goes right there. Those threads got a little bit damaged, so now YouTube, I don't recall where this wing nut went. Heck, got it. Oh yeah, that's right, it went right here. They kind of used it as a jam nut. And when I disassembled it, this wing nut was actually on it like this. Not entirely sure why, but and there we go. One wore out cornmill. Let's get this up on here a little bit, and then I'll bring y'all in so y'all can get a little better look. Oh, dang, I almost forgot, YouTube. I forgot the top part. Yeah, when I disassembled this thing, I disassembled it as much as I could, and then I had to put it all over in the vinegar to let it de-rust it some, and then it actually removed enough rust that I was able to take it completely apart, which made me pretty happy. Can't believe I almost forgot the top. Huh. I hope I don't drop none of them little screws. Unfortunately, YouTube, this thing just doesn't look all that great to me. I guess when you're the one doing something, you're never really completely happy with it. This was originally galvanized. That's why I went with silver. Because it's the closest I could get to the original galvanized, silvery galvanized color. I saw it once years ago when my dad had showed it to somebody. These gears also had some sort of coating on them, and I couldn't really recreate, so I just did them silver as well. I mean, I'm not sure if that was the right choice or not, but what's done. Well, if it's not the right choice, you know, we can go back and shoot a coat of black paint over it. It's no big deal. By the way, YouTube, this is a screwdriver blade on the tip of this knife. Alright, YouTube, that's it. Corona cornmill is back together and working. Although I wish this thing wasn't so wore out. This thing's loose as everything. Although some of it just may be that I need to tighten everything up. For now it's just going to stay the way it is, because I mean, it's just to look pretty. We're never going to use this thing. Alright, let's come in and get a closer look at it. I'm going to use the zoom on this camera. I sure hope the picture don't get blurry. Well, I guess I ain't using the Zoom YouTube. It doesn't seem to want to do it. I guess I'll have to read the manual a little bit better. Alright. We used a manual zoom there. Or what I'm calling a manual zoom. I hope y'all can see that. My eyes aren't so good and it's hard to see on this little screen. But anyway, that's it. That's the Corona cornmill. Alright, YouTube, guess I'll zoom you back out and talk at you a little bit. Now, yeah, that guy in the back row back there's moaning and groaning. I'm like, oh God, he's gonna talk for an hour. But oh, gee, I hope y'all can see my face. YouTube, this was the last thing that I really had for projects. So, I mean, I don't know what the next project is gonna be. I started trying to build a new chair, outside chair, and this is what you're seeing the remains of, but that I bought a jigsaw to make a couple of cuts, and yeah, the Harbor Freight jigsaw just, man, well, maybe they're not meant to cut something as thick as a 2x6. I don't know, but either way, it failed miserably, so I'll have to go at it a different route, but I don't know what the next project would be, or what else I could do that would be of any interest to anybody. You know, it's something that somebody would actually want to sit and watch. I thought about, you know, I'm sure if you look on YouTube, y'all can find some of those people that are folding tarps up in funny different ways, to make tents out of. I had thought about attempting to sew some tarps together and make a pup tent, because the two tents that I had in the barn for when we go camping, I let a couple of people that I've known for a long time store some stuff. Well, I knew the woman for a long time. A guy I didn't really know, but I let them store some stuff in my barn, and there was a whole conundrum with that, and I'm not sure how it happened, but the barn got, we think someone went in the barn, and stuff got missing. Well, when the friends come to get their stuff, they could only save one thing of theirs that was missing, which was supposedly $1,000 laptop, which, you know, that's not something you store in somebody's barn. Anyway, after they got all their stuff out, I got noticing that it was my crap that was missing. You know, the welder, I think the trolling motor for the boat was gone before that, but a couple of chainsaws, pretty sure both of those didn't run anymore, weren't really worth fixing, but it was all my crap that came up missing. And you know, and then, well, some of it actually got missing, and then I found it later, because they had moved my crap around. I didn't know where they put it. But anyway, the tents are for sure gone, and they shouldn't be, but they're gone. I think they got them. But on that same note, I also found a spot. There's a window in the side addition of the barn, which I don't think y'all have ever seen that. But anyway, there's a window where there's a window that the glass has been broken out of. We could see where somebody had picked out the jagged edges and just let them drop on the concrete floor. So whether it was them or somebody else, they went through that window, most definitely. But anyway, that was my reasoning for thinking about making a homemade pup tent. Maybe it'd be something so raggedy and ugly that somebody wouldn't want to steal it, you know. But anyway, that's about the only other project that I could think about. I mean, the chair could potentially be a project, but there's too many videos on YouTube already of people building chairs that can obviously do a lot better job than I could, you know. I don't really have any broken lawnmowers or anything to work on. You know, everything's actually pretty good right now. And I don't exactly have money to just be spending on lawnmowers. You know, I've got other things that I need to spend my money on, you know. So as far as I can tell, there might be an occasional video pop up between here and now, but you know, hunting season starts in November. Let's see, we're in the last of August now. July, August, September. Yeah, you know, that's 8 week hunting season. Well, rifle season's 8 weeks away. So, you know, obviously I'm gonna be getting ready for that, so, you know. And then, me and my brother also were thinking about, I think my brother actually already renewed the registration on his boat, but we thought about maybe trying to go camping somewhere when the weather cools before, hopefully if we do it, I hope it's before rifle season starts, because, you know, not a good idea to be in the woods with a bunch of deer hunters, you know. But anyway, I'd have to get my boat registered, and then this year the public fishing areas and the few wildlife management areas that actually have water on them that you can fish, they're now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, and you can night fish, and some of them even have campgrounds, which we don't know if we're going to go to one of those or not. We're kind of more partial to a place called Sandy Hammock Landing. That's where, I guess, the last 3 years of Mama's life, we go camping there, and that was kind of an accident that even happened. We decided one year that we wanted to go camping, and none of us really even thought about it being Mother's Day weekend, and we didn't even actually invite Mama. She just kind of showed up and decided to stay. And then that Sunday morning, Mama was like, well, this is the best Mother's Day gift ever. And we were all sitting there like, oh, yeah, okay, Mama, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, because, you know, I guess we're dumb, I reckon. I don't know YouTube. But anyway, that's how that started. And I think we done it 2 years while Mama was still pretty healthy. The third year we tried to with Mama, but it started raining and her health was starting to decline then, and we all left because of it raining and her being in declining health. And then I think my brothers did, I 4th year, but I wasn't involved in that one. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time now. So anyway, if we're probably just go back to Sandy Hammock, but we want to take our boats with us and actually use them, because Sandy Hammock, the ground area is not that bad, but it's kind of in like a little slough off the main river, and there's just not enough clear places along the bank for, you know, let's see, me, Ronnie, his wife, you know, 3 to 5 people, sometimes even more, depending on if my brother Thomas brings a girlfriend. Only my brother Ronnie will get that. That, maybe Thomas if he sees this video. That boy goes through girlfriends like he goes through underwear. But anyway, you know, there's just not enough space, so we actually even thought about maybe just trying to go up the river and try to find a more secluded spot away from others to camp. That's a possibility, but I also gotta, you know, before that can happen, I've got to figure a way to get my boat down there, because my truck's down, and all I've got's my little car, Clunky Junky, the Ford Escort wagon, which, okay, well, whatever. We're not talking about that car. So I got to figure out the logistics of how I would get my boat down there, and then the boat registered, and then the Tanaka outboard. I finally found a replacement carburetor for it, or at least I think I did. Apparently, those bicycle motor carburetors, I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar with them. From comparing the pictures of sellers online of those things and the pictures of the actually comparing a picture to the actual carburetor that's on my Tanaka TOB, which they call a TOB 300. It's like 30 cc's or something like that, and it's exactly identical to a Game Fisher. But anyway, the carburetors look to be exactly identical, which, if that's the case, that would be just perfect, and I'd have that boat motor running again. And then, you know, I've still got that little garbage Chinese outboard, but that thing, yeah, it does what it's supposed to do, but it vibrates my boat so bad. The first time I had it out on the water using it, it actually vibrated one of my rod holders loose, and it fell off in the water. So, you know, with it being an all-welded boat, I'm concerned about potentially all that vibration potentially fatiguing and cracking the aluminum welds. So I don't want to use it. I've used the Tanaka as well, and it don't vibrate the boat like that, and it's more powerful, and it doesn't weigh that much more. But alright, YouTube, you're tired of hearing me ranting. You know there's probably going to be a pause in whatever I upload, because, you know, even if I did decide to try to do the tent, I think I'm going to have to buy a couple more tarps, and it's hot. It's hot in the afternoons here. It's been staying around 98 degrees, and it's hot. I mean, it's hot. Too hot to be out messing around with trying to sew a tent together, you know. But alright, good night, YouTube, and I will see y'all when I see y'all.